Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. Just before we get into what we did last time, how many freaking episodes have I started here? Almost every episode starts here. I know like we didn't last time, but I was just going back and in my editing and I was thinking about it. It's like, wow, I start off almost every single episode here. Anyway, last time we finished up Chapter 2, began Chapter 3, and got ourselves a solid percentage point, which is very good, which means hopefully I haven't screwed anything up yet. This time, I could talk to Pain, but they just say the same things. Feed negotiations to Buddy. Okay, sure thing. Where should we go first? Well, before going to either of those two places, we need to go to a number of other places first. First stop, let's go play Sphere Break. I know nobody's looking forward to this. I don't actually, to be quite honest, I'm not sure why Sphere Break is considered so hard by many people. Now I've looked into it. Beyond what you have to do for story completion, the game is hard as balls. But just the main stuff that we do here is really not that bad.
Reports of fiend activity here. Guess there's no guild to be made in Luca. Everyone's worked up about some kind of sphere breaking contest.
That's Sphere Break. You should enter. The grand prize is a dress sphere.
Well,
great!
Better go get that.
Practicing.
How do you know?
Well, let's go take a look.
Guess who hasn't been practicing? And guess who never practices before actually starting this quest and then figures out over the course of the thing, usually only losing a couple of matches, and then figures out how to do all the stuff you have to for plot-related reasons. Hello, dog. We'll see you later. And I know that just seems like a random statement to make, but you'll see. You'll see.
You can't go anywhere in Luca without hearing about Sphere Break. And now it's just about time for the competition to get underway. But first, a word from our sponsor, Lord Rin.
Why is he a lord? Then again, she gives everybody honorifics, but why is Lin a roar? Blah, 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 blah. I can speak. Why is Rin a lord? I'm dyslexic.
From Luca Junuha.
I
am looking forward to a fair competition. May the best man win.
Or woman, as the case may be. Especially in this case.
Good milk do we.
And, you know, you've got groupies hanging off you, which probably isn't the best public image to have. Sphere Break competition. Use coins prescribed for the tournament to challenge people holding core sphere, blah, blah, blah. You must win 3 matches to advance. You cannot play against the same opponent more than once. Search city for opponents to play. You're disqualified if you lose 3 matches. We don't want to lose matches. Luckily, in the HD versions of the game, or well, in this particular one anyway, I'm pretty sure the PS3 version had this as well, but anyone that has autosave, is it will autosave as soon as you start any match. So if you lose, you just have to quit before the match kicks out, and you can reload your save. Here we get the coins required for the tournament. I don't really understand how the coins work or anything. You can dig up coins and they have certain effects and, well, we'll get into some of that anyway. Let's go over how to play since we didn't when we could have done it much earlier in the game. Welcome to the world of Sphere Break. Okay, so the idea behind this is you're trying to create multiples of a base number. The number in the middle there in blue, the center one that's a 3, we're trying to get multiples of 3. So 6, 9, 12, etc. We have to do that by combining different things. I'm going to go over most of this just so that we have a point of reference, but I'm not going to spend too much time if at all possible. So there's the core sphere in the middle. That's the one that we're trying to equal the value of. As I was saying there, the core number can be anywhere between 1 and 9. You do not want it to be 1. That sucks. We have entry coins. You have to select one of the 4 around the core coin first, and then use the border coins, which are the ones all around. yeah, without entry coins you can't play. That's why we have the ones that we have. Must have at least 4 different entry coins to play. Coins used in the game are lost once the game is over. There are places where you can find new entry coins. You can also win them by playing Sphere Break. Okay. And sell unwanted coins, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here are the border coins. These are the ones we have to use in combination with the entry coins in order to achieve our multiples. There are 16 entry and border coins on the board at the start of the game. All coins are numbered 1 to 9. Just trying to get the multiples. Okay, got it. Basic rules. Trying to use the numbers to make multiples, as we said. Going to explain anything else new. In this case, the core number is 8. So the idea here is we want to break it in multiples, or, just, times the number itself. So 8, 16, 24. Luckily, they're pretty nice to you, and most of the multiplication, as long as you remember some of your multiplication tables from, high school and middle school and all that, you should be pretty good. For me, it was never really all that difficult, and I sucked at math, so there's that. Haven't selected any coins yet, so the sum is currently 0. You'll notice up in kind of the top middle-ish area, slightly right there, it says the sum. It'll tell you the current sum of what you are, so you can look at that, relate it down to, over on the right, where you're looking at potential multiples for that coin, and you can try and say, oh, I only need 2 more, and then select a coin that is 2, and that's going to help you out. Okay, so that's basically explaining the same thing. First coin selected must always be one of the 4 entry coins. Okay. Choose an entry coin. Let's start with the one called 5. Sure, we're selecting the 5 one. Okay. And the sum, the sum basically basic addition. It's not that complicated. But, so we're adding the numbers together to equal the multiple of the core, if that makes sense. I'm trying to be pretty simplistic here, but I don't know. The game is more complicated to understand when you're just trying to read about it. It's usually a lot easier for me to remember how to play, or to even learn the first time, when you actually just play. Sum of 5, and the next 3 multiples are 8, 16, 24. So we're going to look for a number 3. They're going to give us a 3 right here. 3 plus 8, or 3 plus 5 is 8, and we get a core break. When you get a core break, the entry coins will not disappear, but the border coins that you used will disappear once you use them. They get used up. Now, eventually something will come and replace it, but it will not happen right away. Okay, let's see, if we had paired it with 1, we only have 6. Now we need to add additional ones in order to get up to the appropriate number. So this time we used up 2 coins. Now, you want to play a good balance between using up coins, but not too many coins. If you have duplicate border coins, chances are it's a good idea to try and use at least one of those up, if possible, because duplicate coins usually don't help you out all that much. Okay, blah, blah, blah. See what would have happened if we'd paired it with a 6. Yeah, we have 11 now. Congratulations. The sum's now higher than the first break. So, you don't have to go right for the first one. You can go for the second, third, fourth one, whatever you want to do. It's all kind of down to what makes the most sense at this particular time. In this case, they've upped it. They got 16 instead of just to 8. And success, we've done it. Why do we want to do this? They don't really explain, other than that's the point of the game. It's just kind of a game based around math. I'm not sure why they thought this was going to be a fun idea. Not that I think it is, I just don't find it difficult. After a few turns have passed, as I said, the border coins will disappear when you use them. After a few turns have passed, border coins that have disappeared will reappear. You again choose the coins like any others. Border coins other than those used will when making a core break can also disappear. By design, border coins only remain on the board for a limited time. Each turn, the number on the border coins will increase by 1. So if say, the bottom right coin is 1 in the first one, I get a core break. On the next round, it'll upgrade, it'll be a 2. And the thing is, if there's a 9 on the border coins, it will disappear in the next round. So you want to make sure you use the 9s whenever possible. Now they're just explaining what I just said. Includes basic tutorial. Okay. Turns. Now, over in the top left, you'll see you usually get, I think it's between 10 and 20 turns or something like that. You have the amount of time per turn, which is usually 60 seconds, though it can be as low as, I think, 20 seconds. And the quota, the amount of core breaks you need to make in order to succeed and win the game. Okay, so we're on turn 1 of 15, and the core number is 3. So we need to do this and that. We get a core break, and as you can see, that adds 1 to our turn and 1 to our quota. The quota is made up of the amount of coins you've used, but there are other things involved as well, and we'll go into that a little bit later. So we're on our 15th turn here. They've skipped ahead. Now we need to get 2 more coins in order to fill the quota and win. So we need to make sure we use at least 2 coins. Core number is 9. So if we do 5 and pair it with 3 and the 1. Now, the entry coins do not count toward the quota. Only the border coins do. So they, I'm pretty sure they explain it, but there's a lot to kind of accumulate in your head as you're attempting to show all this and understand it all. So, success, they managed to win the hypothetical game that they used to demonstrate. This includes that tutorial. Okay, winning and losing. Oh, geez, there's so many of these things. Do we need to go over this? I don't think we actually do. No, I don't think so. Yeah, if you run out of coins that you can use, like all border coins, you immediately lose. Or if you can't possibly make the thing, like here, we've selected all of the different coins. If we do that and we use up all those coins, don't ever do that. That is a horrible choice to make in this game. Use too many coins on a given turn, and then here we go. We cannot equal. Look at there. Our sum is 19. We need to get to 24. We've used all but our 1, and so we can't possibly get high enough, and we cannot create a break. In this case, you immediately lose. This can happen while you're playing. It's entirely likely that it will probably happen, maybe even on screen, but yeah, for the most part, it's not too likely as once you get the hang of playing. It's more likely early on when you're still trying to figure things out. Minimum number of border coins that must be used to make core breaks throughout the course of the game. Quota is the number of border coins you must use to end the game. We kind of figured that out already. Got to get 20 quotas in 15 turns. The number on the left is the number of points you've earned. Why are you explaining super basic stuff? We already kind of went over this, didn't we? You get 1 point, yeah, per coin. Notice how it went up by 2 because we've used 2 coins of the border coins. But if you use an entry coin, quota does not go up. It also won't disappear. Okay. As soon as you get enough, even if you have extra turns left, the game is immediately over and you win. So it's not like you'll have to waste a bunch of turns doing nothing. As soon as you hit the quota, game's over, you win. Though I think I've had it where... Did I get some weird thing where I won but I lost? I don't... No, maybe not. I'm probably thinking of something else. Yeah, so if you get, say, 15 out of 20, and you're on your last turn, you lose. Pretty straightforward. If you want to read the advice that they're offering, feel free to pause the video and kind of read over it, or if you're playing along, you know, go watch a tutorial and read on your own pace there. There's a time limit. It's indicated in blue. For the most part, for the tournament part of the of Sphere Break here, it's, I think, always 60, and it's more than the amount of time you'll need. In fact, I've even read guides that recommend waiting 20 seconds and looking at the board before you even make a move. I don't have patience, so I'm probably going to make mistakes because I don't wait those 20 seconds. The timer starts, oh yeah, if you don't make a thing before the time comes up, you lose, but that, to me anyway, has never happened. But yeah, the time limit's not a big thing in this. Previous menu. Coin trades. This one is somewhat interesting. This can lead into a few other things that I'll briefly talk about here. But the border coins and the entry coins both can have, I guess, features or traits, as they call them. And see, this one, its trait is a blank spot. It's nothing. This one gives you 50 gil. If you do this enough and dig up the right coins in the Beacon Desert and get the right coins from winning from things, I don't exactly know, you can make a decent amount of money by playing Sphere Break. I've never done that. In fact, I've never done beyond what we have to for the plot here because, as far as I was aware, there's no real reason to. Now, I've recently learned that you can get 3 really good accessories, but it's incredibly difficult just looking at the quota on paper, so I'm not going to go after that, but I will at least mention what they are. So yeah, this one gives us gil. You combine things. So yeah, let's see here, value 200 gil. So as soon as you use this one in your core break or whatever, you'll get 200 gil from it. So there's that, you know, you get a minor amount of gil right now. Like I said, you can get more, but for the most part, it doesn't really matter. At least not the way I'm playing it. See, this one has a negative amount, so you can lose money on this one. Are they going to go over what stock means? Combining entry coins, border coins that have the plus or minus coins or whatever traits cause your stock of that entry coin to rise or fall. So I guess you can lose entry coins. Like I said, beyond the tournament, I don't play this, so I don't really know. You don't have to, and it's not really necessary, though I guess, considering what some of those items are, it might be nice. But anyway, yeah, they just tell you straight up, like, oh, you can probably figure this out on your own. No. Give me the rules. So those border traits, these are entry traits. Now, entry traits are a little more important. See, quota times 2 on an entry coin is very, very good, as you might be able to guess. So each time you use that, and say you add 1 coin, you selected 1 coin, your quota is, this only gives us 1 point toward the quota in the upper left window. However, since we're using an entry coin with quota times 2, we get 2 points toward the quota. Yeah, basically like I was, starting to say before I started reading. Yeah, there's a lot of elite talent out there that you'll definitely need stuff like that in order to defeat. Okay, previous menu. This is the most important one. Save the most important one for last. Echoes. This is the way you actually win. You get bonus quota points if you have echoes. In this case, it's coin count echo, but there are other echoes as well. Basically, the idea here is if you use the same amount of coins on subsequent turns for a core break, you get an echo bonus. So they'll demonstrate it here. So in this case, we're going to use 3. So it notices on the over on the left there, coin count is 3. So we use 3 coins. This does include both entry and border coins in order to make the core break. So if we use 3 the subsequent time, we get a bonus out of it. So let's see here. They want me to do that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, they did just automatically do it for you, so you don't have to think. But we use 1 entry coin, 2 border coins for a total of 3, though I don't think it matters which combination of coins you use in this case. You obviously have to use 1 entry coin to start, but if you needed to, in order to use 3 coins, you could, I believe you can use 2 entry coins and 1 border coin if you wanted to do that. Here it'll show echo bonus, and this will go up as you increase your echo bonus. The longer you maintain the chain, the more the bonus points you're going to get. If you make another echo on the next turn, times 2 using border coins, the echo bonus will be 2 times 2 equals 4 points, so continuing to echo will, of course, give you more and more points. Okay, but if, in this case, you only use 1 coin, like the game wants me to demonstrate here, then we only use 1 coin in this case, and that will drop our coin count to 1, and it also ends our echo bonus. You don't want to do that, which is why you never want the core to be 1. If the core is ever 1, you're kind of screwed. It's always going to only take 1 coin to fill that up, because everything is a multiple of 1. Multiplier echoes, these ones are less useful in my opinion. I find it easier to just figure out the coin count echoes myself, but there's a multiplier echo here. Any of the 4 entry coins you choose to begin the game with have a multi-echo trait, or a multiplier, will appear in the left middle window, as you can see over on the left there. Top number is the multiplier you use to make the core break in the previous turn. Basically, the way this works is if you use the, say, the multiplier for 3, say you could go 3, 6, 9, or 12. 12 would be the 4th multiplier, so 3 times 4 is 12. If on the next, and say your core count, or your core number is a 4. So it's 4 times 3 equals 12. If on the next turn your core is a 3 and you get the number 9, then you'll get a multiplier echo because you use times 3 on both of those rounds. You wouldn't get the core count. Well, you might get the coin count depending on which coins you use, but it's a separate one. They stack in the sense that you can get them both at the same time, but one doesn't add to the other. So here they'll demonstrate for us. So we got a 5 and a 3, so we got 8 out of 2, so that's 4 times the multiplier. Okay, so here we want to do 5, and we want to add up so that we can get times, 3 times 4, and there we've got an echo for that. So that's the basics of how that works. Echoes, both types, are the real way that you're going to be able to rack up a lot of points really quickly. And it's the only real way to beat some of the other opponents later on. Okay, now that we've gone over all that, let's see. I'm going the wrong... I can go above you guys, right? Yeah, okay. Good. Can I get this now? This is not even listed on the treasure list that I've been following for most of the game. For some reason, they just completely forgot about it. They list all the important treasure. I was supposed to be an elderly person. One sec. Okay, maybe they're maybe the guide's referencing somebody else down here. It doesn't really matter who you play, but they've got a couple of recommended ones that are relatively easy, so I'm kind of going for those ones. Just because I think it makes sense to do, though. There's supposed to be an elderly person in a bridge area, which I'm guessing that refers to this. Are you elderly? No. I'm thinking that's you. There you go. I'm guessing that's the case. So we're going to have a match here with the Grandpa Core Sphere. They'll show you the difficulty as you go in, and the time limit, the quota, and the amount of turns. So anyway, we have to win 3 of these in order to succeed. Now, there's a number of kind of little tips and tricks that you can get just by starting. When they show you the turn has started, you can see around to see which coins you have to work with before the timer starts going down. But you usually can't see what the core is going to be. So here we've got 5. So let's see. If I do that and then add that one there. So I got a remedy for that one. That one had an item on it. Now I started a coin count of 3, as you can see there. So I would like to get 3 to finish up whatever the next one is. So let's see here, 4. So I want to get to, let's see, add 5 and 7. No, I want to do. I am bad at most of the math stuffs of this, and wow, so many of those coins are exactly the same. So there is 6, and so what do we got there? We got 11. And I don't want to get 18. Well, I kind of screwed myself. Oh, no, I didn't. My brain doesn't work. There we go. So there we've added an echo bonus there, so we got additional points. See, we've already got 6, and we've only made 2 breaks there. And then they screw you right off the bat. This one's got an item on it, so I'll just click that one. Of course, it didn't give me the item, but that's fine. So we got 3 here. This one's got the coin count echo. So, oops, I wasn't paying attention. We got an echo bonus for that because we used 1 on subsequent turns there. But all right, so let's see. We've got that, and I'll just add the 9 because I know it's going to disappear. I'll add the other 9 since I know it's going to disappear, and not even pay attention that that was going to make the thing work there. All right, so 6. And let's see, that'll be 15, and that should be 24. Perfect. Echo bonus there. All right, so let's see, we got 6 and 9, and let's see, I have 15, I need 5, so if I do this one, I got a core break. I continue my echo, even though I didn't use any additional coins outside. As you can, well, got screwed there. But you can see, I've already got 15 of my quota. I'm going to probably not have too many issues on this one. Let's see here. I'm going to add the 8 there, and then the 9. There we go. I usually like to go with 3 or 4 since it's usually pretty easy to match up to. Let's see, that's going to put me at 14 and then 20. There we go. And we just need to do, there you go, we got the echo bonus kicks in and we managed to beat them all at once. Now I know I haven't really put, the proper explanation, I don't think, into this, but the idea is basically, trial and error and learning it for yourself, which is unfortunate to say in a walkthrough and a guide, but it's really difficult to put into words what exactly you will need to do. The next person that is recommended is this guy. You only have to press the normal button, but anyway. This guy is basically just as weak, so we can take this guy down as well. I will I don't think I'll really be able to add anything as far as trying to explain it any further, so I'll at least give you a demonstration of more different combinations and how they show up. So if ever you've got 2 on there, you want to get, say, up to 3, we need to do an odd number, and then an even number, and then another odd number. Probably should have used the 9, but oh well. And it doesn't matter. Well, there's that. Do note that certain things will change as far as what the numbers and stuff are going to be on certain coins. Okay. And I specifically screwed that one up because my brain's not working. And we'll just do that one. So we got 4 started on this one now. So I'm going to try and match 4 here. Let's see, so 14 and 22, and there we go. So we've duplicated that one, and as you can see, some other numbers have reappeared there. So there's 9, so let's get that. Let's see, that'll get me up to there, and then that should finish me off. You get a whole bunch of additional points from using echoes, so just make sure that you're doing that. Let's see, I want to do that, because I want to use the 9. And that'll put me at 21. I don't really want to do that. Let's see, probably shouldn't have used that one, actually, now that I think about it. Now, here I have an option of using this one or this one. I'm going to use this one so that I have more border coins to work with, because I kind of reduced the amount that I had. It didn't matter because I won, but you'll notice how many turns we won by in this case, because we were able to keep the echo going for a lot longer. So we got 22 quota in only 6 turns. The game gets quite a bit easier when you get luckier and they don't show ones all the time. So now that we've got 2 victories under our belt, the next thing we're supposed to do, and I would recommend this in addition to what the guide is recommending, go save. Now, like I said, we do have access to autosave, but we're gonna want a hard save in kind of in between that. So run up here, and I think there's a save point. Is it this one or is it the other side? There's one. So anyway, let's make another save file there. Now you could challenge some of the other people. I'm not sure who else plays in the tournament, but the next person that we want to challenge is, I believe, the one I was alluding to earlier. And there's a specific reason for that. We will probably have to reload this one a few times in order to make this work. Pretty sure it's you, isn't it? The core sphere isn't mine, it's the dog's. We're playing against the dog. So this one, we have a little bit less time. We have to get 40 coins in our 15 quota. Thing is, you do want to do this one if you want to try and get all of the garment grids in the game, because you can get a garment grid from this. Remember how items can appear as one of the traits of the border coins? Well, that's what we need to go for here. And the thing is it's random. Sometimes it'll have it, sometimes it won't. So basically you have to play and hope that one of these has an item that we might be able to get. So there's 1 item total so far. Let's go straight for that right away. And we got it right off the bat. Excellent. Now I just have to win this game. Cool. All right, so go for 14. I want to build up my core a little more here. And 21. So we'll start doing groups of 3 here. Okay, so we got 5. I don't want 12. I want 11. And I want a 6. No, I want a 7. Yes, because that'll be 18. Perfect. All right, so there we go. So we got an echo for... Stop that! Well, there goes my my Echo there. Okay, so let's go for that one. I like using this one because it's got the trait of the coin count Echo, and it increases the amount that you get out of that. So here we're trying to get 8, so let's get up to 15 there, or do I have a 3 somewhere? No, I need to get to 24 now. Oh, I have mucked that up a little bit, haven't I? Alright, so that gets me up there, and then I need a 3. So we'll use that one. Okay, so now we're on a coin count of 4, so let's keep going with that. Let's go 6. And then, let's see here. I don't have a 7. Let's see, I don't want to do a 6 either. Oh, I guess I can do 5. Oh, I couldn't do a 5. Never mind! I screwed this one up already. I should have done 3, because the 3 would have set me up so that I could do something right. And I think I just... Oops, I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed that one up. So yeah, oops, that actually came into play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit, because we'll just cut out the looking at Steam pages and whatever else is on my desktop there, and we'll basically load it back up and we'll try it again, because I screwed that one up completely because I was trying to explain things instead of actually play the game. So anyway, just load up your autosave, which should be right at the start of the game, and the game's about to start again, and hopefully we can get the item that was there last time. It probably won't be in the same spot. So there's an item there. Let's see what we can get here. So I want to do that. There's a healing spring. Yeah, we've already selected that one. That's fine. Let's see here. Get 16, and so we got 4 going here. Let's see here, 6, and 13, and that'll be 22, and then I need 6. Do I have 6? See, that's my problem, is I don't look ahead of time to see if I have the number that I want to use, and it ends up screwing me up. So now I got a count of 5 there. Let's see here. Got 19, 25, and do I have a 2? I do have a 2. So there, we'll echo that one. Go. Unfortunately, I have not gotten the item that I need out of you yet. So we got 6. And 5 is 12, and 18, and let's see here, I need to use 2 more, and so I need 2 5s. There we go. Now, playing with a coin count of 5 is quite risky, because you're going to end up losing out on a lot of the border coins that you otherwise would have, and it might end up screwing you over, so you have to be careful. Okay, and because I'm low on coins, I'm going to have to break my own chain and go for 3 and hope that more coins spawn, which they did. And unfortunately, none of these have the item on it, so I might end up being a little bit screwed on this one. We might have to reload again. But at least this gives you kind of a different idea and more in line with the different things that you can do with this. No, I want to do the 6, and then needed to do a 5, which I don't have. And then there's a 3. There we go. See, I'm not really paying attention when I do this. I won't end up showing this off again if we don't... yeah, I don't think we're going to get the item out of this one. But at least this shows kind of more variety in terms of the... game, so that you can get a better idea of how it works. And that wasn't 5, that was 4. Oops. Well, there's an item. I might actually get what I want out of this. There it is again. Let's see here. I want to get up to 4 again. So this would put me at 19. And there's no 8. I need... You know what? Scrub it. We'll just do the 5. Okay. So use the 5 there. And that will put me at 13. And let's see here. I want 2 to finish that off. Echo bonus there. We got 6. And 8 again is 13. Or 6 and 8 is 14. I know my maths. Come on. And I need to use 1 more to finish it off, which means I need 6, which I don't have. And I wasn't paying attention because I don't pay attention. Okay. Well, we got 30 out of it. Try and use the 9 if at all possible. It's usually what I go for before I even look at what the numbers are. So I'm trying to get 4 here. That will give me 23. No, I don't want that. So we'll go for that. Oh, I should have done the 2. Dope. Alright, so let's see if we can not screw this up. So 14. And I need 4. There is a 4. So we get an echo out of that. And so I just need to not screw this one up, and we're good. So if I did the 6, I would screw it up, and I would instantly lose. So there's that. Not 12. That, and the 2. There we go. Not that I needed to go for the echo that time. As long as you got 1 border coin, we won. So there's that. Thing is, after you beat the 3rd one, you automatically get sent to fight the boss, quote-unquote, of this whole little tournament.
I was so close.
I never even challenged you yet.
Who beat you?
Yeah.
It's elementary, really, once you get the hang of it.
I was actually looking into that.
Once I outplay Yuna, the tournament is mine.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Get him, Yuna.
That's never actually
You're going
stated
down.
in the Sherlock Holmes
The
books.
probability you'll win is slim at best.
It's rather interesting. Here we're supposed to get up to 50, which, as you could tell by how much I screwed up in the last one, is easily doable. But yeah, Elementary, my dear Watson never actually appears in those books. I've listened to the audiobooks for all of them, and I remember reading that somewhere, and I was thinking about it as I was listening, and I never remember hearing it in addition to someone else writing it around somewhere online. So there's that. Seems kind of weird that he would use that line. Well, gave me a chance to go into a pointless little story. But again, autosave at the start, so we can just use this autosave to reload. He also has a garment grid we can win. I will skip to my successful attempt. And be glad that I did. This is editing me from the future. And yeah, this actually surprisingly did not go very well for me. I did this multiple times, and there you can see we got the treasure hunt garment grid right off the bat this time, which kind of pissed me off at the time because I think I probably had about 4 or 5 failed attempts at trying to beat Shinner here for some reason or another. I'm not exactly sure why. I think 3 of the times he just flat out refused to use the garment grid, so I couldn't get it. So even though I beat him, I had to reload anyway. Make sure, like if you're using your autosaves, make sure you reload before it transfers outside to, you know, beyond the sphere break screen, because then it'll save over your autosave, and you don't want that. Because it took me so many attempts, I actually lost a couple times against him. He's not the easiest one to beat, and if you get a lot of core, core ones, it can kind of screw you over. So you have to be careful. I was, at this point, you know, being my like 4th, 5th, 6th attempt, whatever it was, I was starting to get very worried and really annoyed at having to redo it. So you'll notice here I'm starting to react quite slowly as I'm thinking things over in my head properly. Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm very, like, I don't have a lot of patience. I'm not a very patient person, so usually I just start spamming things and it's like, ah, this should be right, and without kind of thinking it over and double checking and stuff like that. But yeah, for whatever reason it took a while to do. Stupid one. I think the worst part about this is they throw you into this directly after you beat the previous one, and in order to unlock the previous one, the dog, which also gave you a garment grid, you had to have already beaten 2 others. So they forced you to get both garment grids back to back without the autosave in the original, which is a real dick move. And it's one of the things I probably would have skipped over if it weren't for the autosave feature, because trying to get them both when you're just, you know, subject to the fact that they may decide not to use them, it just really makes it more difficult than it has to be. Having that autosave there is really a lifesaver. And I don't know, me with autosaves is I'm not usually a big fan of them, but in Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2, they've done it right. Square, from all the games I've actually seen them employ autosaves on, they've always done it right. It's a separate save file. Games like Pokemon that only have one save file make it almost impossible for me to LP without, you know, using save states, because I'm basically at the point where if I make one screw up, I've screwed up the whole LP. Or at least that's a possibility. You know, I could screw up the whole LP, I could only screw up one minor thing. But if I lose footage or anything like that, I just get screwed over because I can't have multiple save files. So, I don't know, it's just having that autosave work properly instead of just overwriting like the only save you have or something like that, or, you know, you start a save file and then it autosaves over that file over and over again, like the Prince of Persia games do that. You know, there's a lot of times where I have autosaves from in some other games where I really wish that I had the ability to, you know, it's like, oh, I would like to have my multiple save files so that I can go back and I can change things and I can try this if this didn't work out and all those kinds of things. That's how I would like it to work, and it really does work very well in this game. You see, I almost ran out of time there. If you're actually paying attention to what's going on screen. But yeah, my brain just stops working at times when I'm trying to do math, and it's like, I can't think of how to make this make any sense. Even though the numbers are right there in front of me, I'm trying to use all the larger numbers first just because it makes more sense for me anyway. But yeah, as you can see, we had 48 after this one, after we got the actual points, but because we had the Echo combo, we were able to jump up another 8 points. But anyway, that's it for post-commentary here. And back to live commentary. I don't know why that took so many attempts, but he was kind of an asshole and he would stop using the garment grid as an item. But yeah, that took more attempts than it probably should have.
I won.
And you do have to win for 100%.
My goggles fogged up.
What were you looking at? Isn't that like the anime trope, is, you know, that the heat causes your glasses to fog up or something like that? Or have they used that beyond anime?
And the winner of the first Sphere Break tournament is... High Summoner Yuna.
Because she's so talented at absolutely everything. Saving the world, playing minigames, causing me no small amount of hatred for
Presenting
playing
the
those
award is our
minigames.
sponsor, Lord Rin.
Lubni Dimiduk.
Abide?
Thank you.
I have no idea what you just said. For doing this, we get the Lady Luck Dress Sphere. Actually not half bad. Not really the best in battle, but it's got some really nice abilities. Anyway, for doing that, we now have cleared it. And let's go over the garment grids that we picked up there. Let's see, we got Treasure Hunter and White Signet. Where are you? Treasure Hunt there. You can use Mug. Double the amount of items you get after battle. I don't know why you'd want this, because we have the Lady Luck Dress Sphere, which will give that ability to all of our characters, and it stacks. But that's there. What else was it? Something light, white. Where are we here? I know I got it, didn't I? Oh, there it is. White Signet. Use white magic abilities even if you're not a white mage. It's there. I'll never use it, but it's there. We got it. The PR stuff when it comes to this, I will tag that on now, I think. But other than that, there's not much else we can do here. It's not helping. I am grateful. Find any rare coins, most definitely, absolutely must come back and play in Luca. Yeah. Anyway, let's do that now. Okay, we're all finished up with that. Do note that this is the first time where the PR really changes from chapter to chapter. As you'll have seen from the footage, most of the people are not in the same spots they were last time around. Many people are standing up. There's a lot more people here, and different people have different options, unlike before. There are two of the guys, like the second to last one that we did there. They both wander around their respective screens, and they come in from different angles, just like I demonstrated in chapter 1. They both look the same, so just wait for them to wander in and keep spamming the square button on people that are walking from wherever. But anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we are done with Sphere Break. By the way, just as an aside there, you saw how it kind of played out when we played Sphere Break against some of the people around here. The quota of 50 for Shinra, many people found, according to guides I've read, really difficult. People seem to find it. It's usually not that difficult for me. It's a lot more difficult if you're trying to get the garment grid as well. That just makes it take longer, because I beat him a bunch of times off screen, but he wouldn't use the stupid garment grid, so I didn't get it. But anyway, there are a few other people. They're called Sphere Break Elites, according to the wiki. And let's see. One of them has 30 turns to get a quota of 500. And you have 30 seconds each line, or each round there. You can get the Enterprise accessory from doing that, which is quite nice. We are going to get one anyway. None of these items are unique, but just so you know that they are there. Then you'll be able to battle somebody else who takes 25 turns to get 500 again, and you only get 20 seconds this time. But you get the Invincible accessory if you manage to defeat this guy. And finally, there is one final guy. You get 30 turns to get 600 points, or 600 quota, and you get 20 seconds per time. And for doing that, you get the Ragnarok accessory. All of these are like super legendary accessories in the same vein as, let's see here, anything that's yellow items here are super rare. There's usually only one or two of them in the game. Ribbon, ring, bloodlust, all those types of things, adamantite as well. Do note that with Creator, many of these items you were able to get duplicates of, just so you're aware. But anyway, you can get them if you want to. I am not going to go into it myself because I'm not interested in playing Sphere Break to get that good at it. It does not interest me at all, and I'll still be able to show off all of those accessories in due time when we get to them. But anyway, as I said, that's pretty much all for this one, and I will see you guys next time.